If this works, we are live via.
It says so on my screen.
Yeah, live on Facebook.
It says live on Facebook, yep.
So there it
I
is.
feel alive on Facebook.
Right?
I only feel alive on Facebook.
Exclusively.
Exclusively. So this van, we drove across the country in 2 vans, and this is the red van.
Mm-hmm.
Red van is best van.
Red van.
What
Red
is
van
the
is red van.
Best.
I know what you said.
What's the word on the red van? Who wants to kick off? How is the red van?
Well, we still talk to each other, so
yeah. We shared a lot of music with each other.
Yeah.
We had a CanCon day, which I feel like we could have extended.
Yeah.
Giles was the driving force there. Maybe he should tell us about it.
Tell us, Giles.
We did. We had many diverse Canadian artists on our playlist. In fact, who did we start with? I feel like we started with some Great Big Sea, maybe, and then we
definitely in the max.
Yeah, and we kind of got all the way sort of working backwards. Bruce Coburn, I think, and
little Alanis Morissette was there when we got a little edgy.
She's got a new single out, apparently. I haven't heard it yet.
What?
She does, yeah. I think there might be even a new record in the works, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think there were some like smaller bands too. Like we hit Blue Rodeo, and
of course.
I'm pretty sure Danika gave us her Celine that day.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I give my Celine a lot.
You give it to everyone.
It's my favorite gift to give. But yes, of course.
Bare Naked Ladies. But oddly enough, there was no Bryan Adams. And nobody brought it up until we...
Oh, wow. That's right.
Remember?
That cuts
Yeah.
the knife, man.
And we like hardly squeaked in Rush. Like I think we got like one Rush tune in.
Yeah.
One Rush tune is about the drive from Medicine Hat to
Toronto.
Toronto. I think that's like a Neil Peart solo, isn't it?
Oh, I'll pour one out.
Oh,
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah, we would just pass the iPod around and everyone got to choose the song and we took turns. We did it every day.
every day.
Yeah, pretty much every day. We had some times where we're like, hey, maybe no music for 5 minutes.
Or talking.
Yeah. But
I found it was a group of people that really just like whatever the group sort of wanted, we all kind of just did that. I found.
Yeah.
I also found that everyone was really supportive of the one person in the group who wanted to do the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
no, not all the time, but we'll get to that maybe later. But
Ooh, take us there. Drama?
Hey man,
Most
you
of the
got
time.
to see it. You got to see it.
yeah, well, the waves weren't there anymore, Giles, and you weren't there with me, so it just wasn't the same.
We'll never have a joint selfie on Old Woman's Bay ever. It's just never gonna happen.
No.
True.
A joint selfie. Yeah.
you got to find one that they both
Like together.
artist
Yeah.
salary. So.
Yeah, no,
But I've killed our PG
yeah.
rating.
We have a greeting from Yanel, I think.
She said,
Oh.
hello, red van.
Hey.
Hi, Yanel.
Hi, Yanel.
Hi, Yanel.
Call it the white van if Yanel is the one talking to us.
It did.
She was in our van for one day, I remember.
One day.
And then she didn't even say anything to us. Just the next day, she just was in the other van.
She did so. She offered Lizzo.
And then the numbers made sense. I'm just saying.
True.
I support her.
True.
You supported her
shade.
leaving.
So-
I
our
was just
van.
I was just sad to see her go. That's all.
No, I mean,
Every night I was sad to see her.
Was there any trepidation on anyone's part about joining into a van? Some of you have done school tours, and was there any past sense, not trauma, but any school tour memories, fears about going in a minivan, or how is everyone feeling about that?
I mean,
Pretty
the
peace
only
with minivans.
the only minivan touring I ever did was with my family. I don't have these school tour nightmares. So,
Mm.
and once all got the heck out of our van. Uh, so that meant that the back seat was open, and in our van there's sensitive tummies who can't go in the back seat. So I got like a nice little reclinable lounge.
Yeah.
Which meant that I also got to
luxury
for the first 2 or 3 hours of every.
You got to, yeah.
The guy with the least to do in the show slept the most on the road, probably.
Well, there you go.
You had to do 2 characters though.
Yeah, and I'm the only one who takes a foot.
You begged for that, but
Every minute of every day, girl.
So yeah, we get along pretty well, I
I
think.
was gonna say, I think we were such a strong crew that there was no real concern that we wouldn't have a harmonious voyage.
And we got to bond so much in Banff before we
Banff,
had to choose
Oh, yeah.
sides.
That must have, yeah. I'm like,
So-
how did those vans work out so well? But it must have started in Banff when you were all getting to know each other a little
It
more.
started
Yeah.
on the flight to Banff, if you ask me. Like that dinner we had in the Calgary airport, I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. I mean, it was partly delirium,
Square.
part exhaustion, but then on the flip side, it was just non-stop giggles from start to finish.
True.
And although he looks grumpy, David Eliakis is hysterical.
It's true. It's true.
I was actually thinking about that today on my drive earlier. I was like, how did we pick our vans? I was like, I think I was
I think we
'Cause
just
we did-
drifted into wherever we needed to drift.
like, yeah,
You.
because there's no instructions from Joel or anybody or stage management about like, you guys here, you guys there. We just sort of all just ended up in a van.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joel said, "Get in the van," and
Get
we
in the
all
van.
got in.
And we all just got in a van.
Got in a van.
Mhm.
Oh
I
man.
think I ended up in Caitlin's because I'm always the last to show up to things, and she's the stage manager, so she's contractually obligated to be last. So I think that's how I partly ended up in Caitlin's. But yeah, it was just we naturally gravitated to.
She also had those pretzel bites with the peanut butter inside.
Oh,
man.
actually, that was probably it.
Yeah,
And those lasted for quite a long time. I believe
they're disgusting.
we still had them in Sudbury, I think.
We definitely did.
Yeah.
Sudbury.
Sudbury.
Well, what is it? What's some of your, again, I keep thinking that we won't necessarily be in minivans doing live performances as close as we were for a little bit of time, probably.
I'm doing it tomorrow.
Oh, great. One man show.
Don't,
No.
Greg.
But what was everyone's favorite stop? We took La Bohème to bars across Canada. Yeah, what was that like?
I can never remember what city we were in when I was experiencing things. That is something I'll admit right now. But whatever city we were in when we went bowling after, and I think that was actually us, like our van
I
too.
think that was Brandon.
I think that was Brandon.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna trust you entirely.
There was a bowling alley across from the hotel in Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the only thing open after the show.
The only place we could get food, but we also bowled. Was it glow bowling or just regular muggle bowling?
I think it was glow bowling. if I
Glow
remember.
bowling. I have
think so too.
I have a video. It was glow bowling, I think.
Oh no,
This
send in the
video?
video.
Oh fuck! What do I do?
Oh.
So I know I had a great time in Winnipeg. We had a day off there,
Yeah.
and
Oh, Winnipeg.
we had that great day together, Danika.
Peasant cookery.
Yeah, I sacrificed that amazing plaid coat to your wardrobe.
I mean, it fit me perfectly. So
it's also a women's coat. But we found a great place to have lunch, and they had just had their version of Nuit Blanche in Winnipeg, so there were a lot of the bigger street exhibits still available to use and interact with and stuff. So they had those weird like cartoon spinny wheel things that look like the old timey railroad pumpy things, and remember. And then there was like that light trail that interacted when you walked on it into
with
place.
sound.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a video of you skipping around on it too.
Oh.
Yeah, and the moment when I find out that it reacts to your feet and makes noises.
It was good. Yeah, I didn't expect it from Winnipeg, but we had a great time there. And then karaoke that night. Oh,
right.
We didn't win the competition, but
no, because it was rigged.
It was randomized.
I feel like
Diana Riggs.
I feel like I knew we were going to be okay after Medicine Hat. We had that crazy dive bar where, you know, they had all the gambling slot machines on the one side, kind of where we got changed.
That was our dressing room.
And there was this guy just sitting there on the machine who looked like he hadn't missed a night there since like 1962. And I thought, how's this gonna work? Like, is like when we start singing, is he gonna what's his reaction gonna be, right? And so the whole show started, and I'm watching him, and he just kind of like he's at his machine, you know, plucking the numbers in, and then when we started singing, he just kind of turned for a minute, and he listened like really intently for a minute, and then he turned back to the machine and went back to his business. So I thought, this is gonna be okay. Like we got like
he stayed though.
He stayed. And he didn't.
Well, he can't take the machine home with him, Danika.
And that actually turned out to be one of our best audiences, I thought. Medicine Hat. They were so supportive.
Totally. That was the closest, the first very close quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember Medicine Hat. They had the bar had amazing chicken wings after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of the best chicken wings I've ever had.
Absolutely.
Now, was it Medicine Hat where the guy walked in off the street and left 15 cents on David's piano and then turned around and walked out again?
Regina.
Oh, Regina, yeah.
Regina. Fat Badger.
That was good.
Fat Badger.
Fat Badger.
Not Fat Pockets.
Was that also the hotel when Greg when you couldn't find us in the morning and we didn't know where you were and we thought you might still be at the Fat Badger from the night before?
With Gord Gerard was at that show, and
Maestro Gordon, yeah.
I don't know what like we couldn't find you, but you were like sitting right where we could see you, but we couldn't find you.
I was waving.
See us, we didn't see you, and we were like, "Where's Greg?" So we went to wait in the van, and we all went and waited in the van, but then you lost us, and then we were like waiting for you somewhere, and then everyone's like, "Maybe he's in the Fat Badger stuff."
Yeah, I think. Yeah, because that was the night Gordon was there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that next morning was cloudy, but it wasn't just for me.
No, no. It was,
I don't think any of us were operating on 100%.
Might have been a few of us as well. Yeah.
Regina was also the show where I went to kick my little leg up onto a table, and it ended up being a little higher than I thought it was going to be. So it was like I was like, and then the second time I landed it, but it was more comedy than.
Have you ever seen the look on someone's face when they almost fall down a flight of stairs? That's what Danika looked like when she just read the item.
Oh, I wish I could have seen my face in that moment.
Regina also was the wow. Lots happened in Regina. Now I'm remembering it. I think that was when those two girls came into the front door.
Yeah.
Realized at that moment, because Marcel and I were dancing on the couch, realized through the window at that moment that maybe the bar wasn't open for the reasons that they thought it might be. Started kind of danced with us a little bit through the window, did a little like fish in the sea thing, and then took off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
they're 15.
That's right when Musetta kind of showed up and kind of the party was over.
And then nobody looked at them again.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Whatever, she's got a vibe.
So,
yeah.
you asked
I'll
us
apologize.
we all gave
to
another
Mark
city.
Turner.
Oh yeah. I know Mark Turner very well, and so I decided to embarrass him by pulling Clarence over and having us make out together on him. And that was greatly successful.
We can break the fourth
Apologies,
wall
Mark.
if we want.
Only, yeah, for friends. And then actually that's the first show I had someone hold my props, my purse and my coat, because my dad was there. So I gave them to my dad.
Right.
Nice.
Let's for a minute.
You just like, hold on.
Regina, that was the stacked, it was long and thin.
Yeah.
For a place
And-
called the Fat Badger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone had
The
to
thin
essentially
weasel.
perform on their tippy toes, which was a big thing because you guys had to adapt quite a bit venue to venue, which
Yeah.
kind of took Banff. Banff was the baptism by fire in terms of what the heck is going on? Where's this? Where's that? And we're just gonna roll with it and see what
Mhm.
happens.
What
And things
what
did.
was the night when Marcel and I couldn't put out the fire in the pot? It just went on for the rest of the act almost.
Sudbury? No.
Well, Marcel, the other day when we were chatting, when we all went up to Yukon, like it stayed on fire, like it was properly smoke.
Oh, that's right.
Fire extinguisher was nearby.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was-
up there.
oh, yeah.
Okay, I thought that was okay.
That was
Yeah.
Whitehorse.
Whitehorse.
And speaking of
Yeah.
karaoke, Danika.
Oh, I was like, I did not remember that.
Yeah, because you abandoned us.
I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
But speaking of karaoke, like you have not lived until you have done karaoke in Dawson City
Dawson
on the
City.
off season.
Oh,
Mm,
I
That
wish.
Ish is real.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
Yeah, no, you've been training your whole life for this.
What was the main difference when you were all up there,
Our Mimi and Musetta
right?
and Shonard were different.
Mm-hmm.
And piano player. We changed a lot for that. That was
I
wild.
don't listen to piano. I'm a character actor. No, okay, we'll take
I
that.
didn't hear you,
hear you.
so
Oh,
I'm
you-
just
You said
smiling.
new piano player. I said, oh yeah, but I don't listen to the piano player. I play the character.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
How many performance styles of this show did you end up doing? Well, I guess you, Clarence, Greg.
you all three.
What was it?
Was it 25, 26?
Yeah, I think we had 20.
I thought it was 23, but 25 might be right. I can't remember.
I think I had 21. Mine
Yeah.
was
So
just
then, yeah,
over
so then,
20.
okay.
Yeah, 23.
Okay, so yeah, about
23.
24 then.
Wow.
Oh, 23 total. We got, there we go.
Thank you,
Robin.
Robin.
Hey.
There it goes. Oh, good. Wild.
And I'm up to 38
Jeez.
of this Bohème,
Of the ATG.
of
Bohème.
Joel's Bohème.
Yeah,
38.
that's impressive.
And then doing Figaro's Wedding, I had my 50th ATG performance.
So
Wild.
old.
There you go.
Wow.
Old.
I know, right? It's gross.
So leading
Name
up
drop, don't
to,
fix it.
has anyone not watched the streamed performance that CBC did? Is anyone going to be doing this for the first time?
BBC was there?
I have watched it.
Danika's
I
watched
couldn't resist. I
I
watched
think
it and then changed things about what I did for the rest of the show.
Oh, I definitely didn't watch it until the run was done.
Okay. Giles,
I've watched
maybe?
pieces of it with different
Yeah.
family members.
Yeah, I've watched
Uh,
pieces of it.
So
Well,
I feel like I went home after the 13th and just like watched a bit of it just to make sure they actually filmed it. Like
is it really up
to
there?
make sure there was actually some like it wasn't
I
just for
wanted-
show, you know.
I
All
wanted
the wires and
the audio because I didn't trust CBC's audio.
The rumor, it's not a rumor necessarily, but it's not they reshot parts of it because some of it, or not reshot it, but they re-edited parts of it to make it a little more, because some of it was a little on the fly, which was
I
kinda
was
cool.
wondering.
Yeah,
Sweet.
so there's going to be
Yeah, because I'm like, is
director's cut.
This
They
mix.
put more CGI
Whoever
effects.
this guy was.
Exactly.
It's more like, yeah. There's a new
Yeah.
character added in Act 3.
Exactly.
David Iliakis just watched my head. It's the most important. Yeah.
Is there, knowing how the world is today, is there something you're looking forward to about rewatching it, or unbelievable thing about what we did and what we're gonna watch?
Seeing me touch people I don't live with.
Yeah.
Right.
I think also just seeing friends be friends together, and like,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna maybe understand the value of closeness in a new way, and therefore it'll have a different impact.
Hmm.
And just the value of relationships with the people
Mhm.
in your life, and doesn't matter about sort of status and or money or anything like that, but just the raw, pure relationship with each other is the most important thing
Hmm.
that I think a lot of people are sort of reconnecting. Maybe at least I know I have reconnecting with during this time where you sort of, you know, you can't go out and see whoever you want. You just you're with who you're with in the house, and you've got to make the most of it. And it can be a beautiful thing if you focus on the positives and you, just
I mean,
Make
I don't know
most of
about
it.
you guys, but I definitely miss the rehearsal room and the stage so much. So it's just sort of like having this sort of record of what we did is readily available, because it's not like we get archivals of any shows that we do.
I
So
know.
it's nice to like, oh,
gem.
remember when we were in the dressing room and this happened, and then remember when we were backstage and this happened, and it's just sort of like getting the last little bits out of the juice out of the orange. You know, it's sort of the sustenance that's kept me going.
Hmm.
Mm,
It's true.
delicious.
It's delicious.
The cool thing though about this experience is like, even though like the tour is ended and our Toronto run is ended, it never felt like it was over.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
still
like
waiting
we weren't-
to go back to do the
like we-
show. Like
We weren't performing, we weren't with each other all the time and rehearsing, but it didn't feel over. It felt like we're just, like Greg said, we're just taking a little break here, and we're going to be back on the road again. So at some point,
Hmm.
it's how it sort of felt. And I think
Yeah.
that speaks to just sort of how close the relationships were for all of us off stage, as well as our characters, but like just as a band, as a unit.
A band.
As a band.
Band.
Yeah.
Merry Band.
Yes.
And it probably helped from the big thing afterwards, which hearing people who have toured stuff. I think having our own rooms in our hotels, which Against the Grain Theater did,
Yes,
hallelujah,
we
was
did.
probably a big boon.
Yes.
Once we left Banff,
We were treated well.
Yeah. Yeah, who would have bunked with who? That's the fun question.
well, I'm pretty sure we've established that Danika and I would be
Yeah.
bumping.
Essentially, yeah.
True. If you buy me earplugs.
Yanel said the Bohème
Likewise.
Band.
Well, it's just we have the same foundation colors, so it's like the easy end.
It's true. What were you saying, Joel?
Whoa, Claire! Claire's being raptured right now. What's happening?
Yeah, where did you go?
Oh wow, look
here.
at that. That ain't a virtual background, that's a real one.
Is that Trans Canada?
That is the Trans Canada number 69, not
Nice.
in Parry Sound.
Cool.
Beauty.
Great. At Licks.
So-
At Licks.
It's closed.
Close.
I know I've been doing a bunch of cooking, and Claire's been doing a bunch of cooking. Has everyone here mastered their artisanal rustic white loaf?
I
Um,
haven't, but I've been trying flatbreads. So
You want
Ooh.
to share a flatbread?
you should be nice to me. Yeah. Oh my God. Flatbread pizza.
So you're cheating and not using yeast. All right, cool.
Whatever, man. Giles, tell us about what bread you're making.
I'm not making any bread, but I am having a pretty great time with my kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes.
It's pretty nice to be home with him as much as I am right now. That's a silver lining for sure.
Does he feel the same way?
No. Although maybe he does, because we get to play Star Wars together, and
Lucky.
those are the kind of things. I mean, he gets to do that with his friends, I guess, at school. But
Yeah, but you were there.
I was there. I lined up for Phantom Menace. Like, I was there at Varsity Movie Theater in 1999.
Oh, Varsity.
I had my midnight
With your
ticket.
college degree in hand?
Yeah, I know. I didn't dress up as Jar Jar Binks, but it was
On purpose?
on purpose. Yeah.
Oh, what else? Anyone else got a new fun fact about what they picked up in this time of?
I'm still waiting for my musical instruments that I stress bought. Still waiting.
Okay, what'd you get?
Where did you buy them from?
Amazon. I bought a xylophone and a lyre.
Whoa.
A lyre?
Yes.
Okay, you found a lyre and then purchased it.
I absolutely did.
You're my new COVID hero.
There's a
Google's lyre.
It might show up for tomorrow, so I'll play them during the live stream. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be cool.
excited about it.
Fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this live stream, this watch party.
I think it'll be good. Yeah, we'll watch
It's
it.
my first watch party.
Oh.
I
Have
don't know
you
what happened.
have you guys been devouring online content?
I've been watching a lot of Twilight Zone.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, quality.
Yeah.
We've been watching a lot of horror movies because that's Malcolm's sort of favorite thing. We watched this great one called Satanic Panic. It's newer with Rebecca Romaine. It's really funny. It's really bizarre. It's really wacky.
Nice.
Hi.
Oh.
Hi. Sorry, there's a dog here. None of you exist.
Oh.
She just came in for her walk. Oh,
Nice.
hello.
That was so.
He was also on tour, actually. She met us. Oh, whoa.
Mm.
And she's going again.
out. She met us in Calgary.
Aw.
And we
Sorry.
found
Fun. Well, guys, it's been pretty good. It's so good to see your faces, and I'm sorry it took Crown V, as Sammy calls it, to bring us all together like this. But hey, why not? Kind of cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really great to actually hear your voices and not just hear your voices in my head as I read your feed update.
Yeah.
It's true. And Claire, you're on your way back to Toronto, is that right?
I am. Well, actually, I'm going to go to Niagara on the Lake, or just before Niagara on the Lake, Vineland, but same area. Yeah. So I'm on my way there. Should be there in time for supper tonight, and it's been a nice drive actually. This whole time I've just sort of been, every time I get to some place that I was with you guys, I just sort of oh, that happened there, this happened there. We took that picture by the big fish in Kenora and sleet and snow, and yeah, so it's been a pleasant drive. So it's been
Are you
really
driving
nice.
alone?
Safe travels.
No, I'm driving with my girlfriend. She's here, but she's gonna run away. You see her, say hi, wave.
Nice.
She's patiently waiting with me.
All right. Well,
But it's been wonderful.
well, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow,
Absolutely.
and it should be fun. 8 p.m.
Fun.
Eastern.
Yeah.
8
Yeah.
p.m.
David Eliakis, what other voices do you hear in your head, Gregory Finney? Just you judging me. That's it.
Really?
All I hear all the time.
There we go. All right. Well,
Oh, yes.
there it is.
May the 4th be with you.
Oh, hey.
May it be with you.
Oh, it even has
Oh,
sweet.
I've got voice. Okay, this is getting a bit wild now. Lovely. Okay.
Giles, isn't that what you sounded like the morning after Regina?
Just about, actually.
So, Caitlin, what time do I have to let you know if I can't sing?
Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye to everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone. Okay, we'll see everyone tomorrow.
Get the watch party.
Yeah, love you all.